It was 2014, a time when the world was different, when I made a trip to one of the most unique places on the planet, the Wagah Border, a place where two countries, India and Pakistan, meet, separated by barbed wire and a gate, yet defined by decades of history, rivalry, and conflict. I was headed towards the famous flag lowering ceremony, a tourist attraction, but what I saw that day was more than just a patriotic spectacle. It was the beginning of a memory that would one day be tainted by the shadows of fear and loathing. The road sped past fields of golden wheat, but what caught my attention was the ever-present reminder of the division between the two nations. Barbed wire fences stretching through the fields, as though they were drawn not just through the land, but through the hearts of the people too. Cutting through these fields of wheat, I saw the barbed wire fences stretching far and wide, dividing two nations. They were a stark reminder of the division between India and Pakistan, a line drawn not just on the land, but in the hearts of millions. A fence thick with history, standing between a shared past and a fractured present. The scene was vibrant, filled with excited chatter, and a crowd gathered to witness the flag ceremony. People from all walks of life, children, women, men, proudly waving the Tiranga, India's national flag. The atmosphere was charged with a sense of fervor, devotion, and national pride. But there was also something else, a tension, almost palpable, hanging in the air. The Wagah border is not just a line separating two countries. It is a historic checkpoint, a legacy of the partition of India and Pakistan in 1947. It has witnessed many events, some peaceful, others tragic, and some tense. Every evening, the flag lowering ceremony takes place here, a display of military precision and patriotism by both sides. For years, the ceremony has symbolized the pride of both nations, but it has also been a silent reminder of the tension that simmers beneath the surface. As the ceremony began, I found myself caught in the energy of it all. The women running along the pathway, waving the Indian flag with pride. Followed by chants and dances. It felt like more than just a show. It was a living, breathing display of national pride. The energy was infectious. What once felt like a celebration of patriotism now feels like a bitter reminder of what we have lost. The ceremony that once brought us together now serves as a symbol of division. Wagah has transformed, not in appearance, but in meaning. It is now a place of tension, not connection. Sometimes a trip is more than just a visit to a place. It is a memory, a record of a time that no longer exists. Wagah was once a symbol of unity. Now it stands as a reminder of the division that define our world. And like many places in history, it will never be the same again. A decade later, my memories of that day are now tinted with sorrow. Pahalgam terror attacks and political conflicts have overshadowed the hope that the border symbolized. As I think back, I wonder if we will ever get to experience that fleeting moment of peace again. Every evening, A flag lowering ceremony takes place where soldiers from both sides display their discipline, energy, and pride. The BSF soldiers marched in perfect sync, their movements bold and commanding. There was always a ceremonial handshake between the soldiers from both sides, brief, almost mechanical, yet symbolizing the fragile peace between them. The BSF has announced that there will be no more handshake during the flag lowering ceremony. The border is no longer just a geographic one. It has become a wall, cold and impenetrable. But as the parade began, something struck me. The uniformity, the coordination between the border security force soldiers and their counterparts, the Pakistani Rangers. The Pakistani Rangers mirrored their every step. High kicks, synchronized marches, the drums resonating across the border. It was an almost surreal experience. The two sides, separated by just a gate, stood face to face, not with open arms, but in stiff competition, daring each other to take the next step. I don't know, as I stood there at the Wagah border, that the events of that day could be overshadowed by the tensions that followed today. What was once a symbol of national pride, of youthful energy and hope, has now been tainted by fear and mistrust. The ceremony, which once felt like a celebration, now feels like a reminder of what we have lost. You could feel the nationalism coursing through the veins of every person present. The crowd echoing the chants of Vande Mataram and Bharat Mata Ki Jai. The flags were lowered in a solemn ceremony, a ritual performed with respect. The crowd cheered, but beneath the surface there was an unmistakable edge, a reminder that we are witnessing more than just a show. It was fragile peace, a dance of pride and defiance. Wagah isn't just a checkpoint. It is a legacy of the 1947 partition, a painful moment in the history of India and Pakistan. The border is no longer a place of connection. It is a reminder of distrust and fear. A decade later, those memories, once filled with the energy of patriotism and pride, feel more like a distant echo. The recent events, the terror attack in Pahalgam, the ongoing diplomatic tensions and war preparations have made me look back at that trip with new eyes. Wagah is now a symbol of the bitterness that divides us. After the ceremony, I walked along the barbed wire fence, looking at the Pakistanis across the way. Some waved back. It felt like a strange, brief moment of connection, but it was fleeting. A reminder that peace, though possible, is often fragile. This footage, this memory is more than just travel. It is a reminder that sometimes places carry the weight of history, and the way we experience them changes with time. Wagah is no longer just a border. It is a symbol of all that could have been and all that we continue to hope for. Do you have a memory of a travel to a place where history has changed? Share that experience in the comments below.